Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel, and today we're going to check out former bassist from Nightwish, Marko's new single, or recently new single, was it Frankenstein's Wife? So it's always interesting to check out bands or musicians when they leave a band, and he left ages ago, so it's been a long time. He's done obviously various pieces, albums, etc. since he's left.
When you said ages, are we talking like 2 years ago or 10?
5, 6 years.
Okay.
Something like that. What do he'd have left 2018, I think, something like that.
Don't look at me, don't know.
He's been gone a fair old chunk of time. So
is his project just his name, or is it a band?
No, it's his name. So
Okay.
is it Marko Hietala? I think is his surname, if I pronounced that correctly. Hietala. That's why I've only called it as Marko, because I didn't want to fuck up his surname, which I already have. But I'm already fucked up on that one. So anyway, we're going to check out Frankenstein's Wife. It was the recent single that came out a few weeks back, but it's been on our list. Unfortunately, we've not had a chance to get together to talk about it. So yeah, let's go check it out. You can probably find out in your phone.
My darling, I'll be a lightning. Oh, darling,
Just makes you think of early Nightwish, doesn't it?
Instantly, yeah.
Century Child would probably be a good reference point. Everdream. Oh no, Be My Angel Tonight, was it? Wish I Had an Angel.
Hard rock, but what's that?
No, it's not Nightwish.
Too slow.
2021. Yeah,
That was it.
when he left.
Felt a lot more longer. It almost sounds like it's classically trained vocally. Like
Yeah.
It's like where it's all.
The guy from Hall & Oates can sound like songs like that, doesn't he? Just can't go for that.
This has got elements like vocally. It's like it's almost doing prog rock vocals. What's the bassist? Is it
Geddy Lee from Rush.
Rush.
Yeah.
There's an element of Geddy Lee in this vocally.
As soon as you hear this though, first thing thinking is which European country are they from, are you?
Yeah. This also has it from a Nightwish point of view. This sounds a little bit like Dark Passion Prey era, with the net also where they went pop, more commercial to fit her vocal style. I wonder if he'll play Gandalf in the next Lord of the Rings film.
Yeah.
I was just focusing on the beat.
That's a bit old, doing it.
He'll be Saruman.
This is the keyboard in the chorus. Beep, 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 beep.
ZZ Top on drums. It's fucking great.
I mean, this song is basically just stuck in the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I like that.
It's a nice riff.
Tasty.
A little bit of bend in it. It's nice.
Even Jerry Cantrell would play that occasionally, wouldn't he? Now
Yeah,
it's
big bunch.
Yeah. A minor pentatonic, I think.
Need more drinks at the table with a straight.
What was that?
Nothing.
My bingo card's
Oh
full
shit!
today.
Was that A minor or pentatonic was in it? Right, if I get the word diatonic in.
All we need is there's only 2 more things to get a full house.
Well, you mentioned them, I didn't. Oh, I'm going to tell Tom G. Warrior what you thought about the obituary cover. Oh no, he's just made that ultimate cliche.
Go like
Let's go up on that
Let's go
scale.
half a kilo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Classic 80s. This could be hard for one.
I know, like REO Speedwagon, just with a bit of Iron Maiden in there.
Frankenstein's wife.
Actually, do you know what that reminds me of? Alice Cooper, early 90s.
Yeah.
Which I quite like, you know, Be My Frankenstein, the guitar tone.
There's an element.
Yeah.
This is the best bit of the track.
Psychedelic rock.
Did you say denim rock?
Psychedelic
Oh,
rock
okay.
with the synths.
I always think of New Nightmare, the film, when I see that.
There's almost elements of Monster Magnet as well in that.
Yeah, it is the pentatonic balance.
Yeah.
What a surprise, it's released by a nuclear blast.
Okay, there we go. Marko and Frankenstein's wife. Andy, thoughts?
Feelings.
It started off. It started off as if it was going to be very Nightwish, didn't it? To be honest,
It had that early Nightwish
yeah,
vibe.
the early
from
Nightwish
it.
feel.
I thought that riff at the beginning, I thought, yeah, it might be.
And then it just sort of transitioned to sort of plodding hard rock. You know, I've written down Whitesnake for a few other names in there as well.
Yeah.
Dokken, Slaughter, bands like that.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked his vocals in Nightwish. I thought he was really, you know, he wasn't just backing vocals or additional vocals. He really added to the songs. I did like his contributions to the band. And it is his band. I mean, the other members were virtually anonymous, weren't they? If they weren't silhouetted in the background, I think there's a 1 second shot of the drummer because he had them round spectacles. Even the guy doing the solo didn't get the limelight. You know, you didn't see him.
It's a session sort, isn't it?
Focused on his hands, and so I'd be disappointed if I was part of the band on this one. I mean, it's sort of almost tongue-in-cheek, cheesy lyrics in it. You know.
I don't think it is tongue-in-cheek like that. I think he's being serious.
Well, Frankenstein's wife bringing you back to life. Do you know what I mean? It's not. It's sort of. Well, what's the word? It's not abstract, but it's not literal, is it? You
No.
know, it's kind of that sort of, I don't know, relationship type thing, and where he's gotten that gas globe in his hand. I mean, the overacting on that was ridiculous. I mean, it just got more and more ridiculous as the video went on. The best part for me was that sort of minute or so instrumental outro part. That was quite engaging. I quite like that bit. But I mean, I'm not sure quite who this is aimed at, because unless you're an absolute maniacal Nightwish fan and would follow everything that any of the members, past or present, would do, then you might be into this. Or you know, and it's not good enough to be appeal to fans of, you know, the bands you mentioned, Dokken, Whitesnake, REO Speedwagon was one of them.
Yeah.
You know, those stadium rock type bands. It's not, you know, it's not to that standard, but. Again, like you with Whitechapel, it's hard for me to be, you know, too positive about
Yeah,
something I don't
not
listen to. But I mean, you know, I've given a fairly good summary, I think, of my thoughts on that.
Yeah. I mean, so this is music that would be targeted at me as a hard rock fan. And it falls short for me.
Yeah.
The reason I say
so.
it falls short is it feels like... This feels like something that was written at the time of Dark Passion Play for Nightwish, but never made it on the album.
All right.
So it feels like something that was a riff that he wrote around that period of time, didn't make it on there. Maybe Thomas was just like, no, it doesn't fit in with the vibe. And so it was one of his leftover riffs and leftover songs, and that he's now reinvented and done it as a solo. But what he hasn't done is he hasn't thought about, when writing as part of Nightwish, you have all the other elements that come in. And it's just him writing it. So what you're now doing is you're missing all the other elements that would have made it a good Nightwish track.
Yep.
So it just feels empty. You've got this great riff, and bam, bam, and it's a classic rock riff. Works really well. Verses are underwhelming. Choruses are very predictable, and there was a lot of predictability in it. And I think he has got a good voice, but it only works well when he's partnered up with someone else who's got a great voice as well. So we know all the bits that he stood out for on Nightwish was where he was doing great backing. Yeah, he did Master Passion Greed, which was a good song, but he was more extreme on this one. He's playing it softer, he's playing it safety. Geddy Lee was, I reckon,
Rush.
From Rush. Vocally was at points reminding me a little bit of that little nasally quality that you get from Geddy. Kind of came out in there with Marko.
Add that to the list.
There just isn't anything that makes me go, this is a great track. And then I thought about it this way, was if it wasn't Marko and this was an unnamed band called Band from the Southwest or something, and we put this on, would we go, this is a great track? Or would we go, it's generic rock?
I'd have even less positive things to say about it. Yeah.
Because we've got something to reference here. Without, if it was a generic band that we'd never ever heard of, had no reference point on it, we'd instantly just go, this is just barroom rock. That wouldn't make it out of the local bar.
You're right.
And wouldn't get a lot of people coming in to watch them because they haven't got, there's no special factor. We know loads of rock bands and we criticise them in the local scene. I talk about bands, Planet Fatale, and I go, there's like 3 or 4 songs I think are really good. The rest don't stand out. This would be the same sort of thing. He's probably got great songs, but this doesn't stand out for me. It's got a hooky chorus, but the only bit I'm going, Frankenstein's wife, that's it. That's the only thing I can remember from it. And I think Marko thrives when he can use his creativity with other people. Bringing in 4 session guys to write where I don't know if he's writing everything, but I don't see what the other guys are actually bringing of their own elements in. Like even the keyboard part, when it's in Nightwish, you've got Thomas who's adding all these elements or writing these elements. The keyboard parts were very basic. There was elements of little twists, but they weren't.
In the chorus,
there was nothing really where you're showing the character of each of those individuals. It feels like, here's the song, I've written it. Can you play it on the video for me, please? And it means it's all coming from Marko. And solo artists rarely, if they write everything themselves, can really stand out. Phil Collins, probably.
Yeah, he's a great example.
Sully Erna.
Yeah.
But again, if you hear Sully Erna's solo work, it's very different to Godsmack, but he went very much down that route. He didn't want to do a Godsmack style, but there are very few musicians who can write all the instrumentation and make it sound great. And I think Marko's missing that element of, he was great when he was in Nightwish, he contributed and he was part of a big machine. On his own, it isn't standing out. I've done a couple of other Marko ones myself, and they've never quite stopped. But the problem is you're always going to compare it in the back of your head to Nightwish.
Yeah.
You're never going to give him that break because he was such a big part of that band. So unfortunately, he's going to have to live with that. He either goes in a completely different vibe and does it really, really well, or the problem is he could tie in and make it sound like Nightwish, and everyone go, oh, you're just riding a Nightwish train. And he's like, well, what the fuck am I going to do then?
You can't win either way.
You can't win either way. Kirk.
Yeah, just to clarify, so he quit the band in January 2021.
Yeah, I got the dates wrong, sorry.
No, I remember.
I thought it was longer than that.
I remember
It felt
seeing
like
it was a big story when it came out, and we believed that he was unhappy because they weren't making any money touring. So clearly, he did not have a problem with Nuclear Blast, the record label, because he's just signed a contract with them.
He probably got a better deal though.
Yeah, but I mean, we know that Nuclear Blast are not to blame, because why else would he? First of all, why would he come back in an industry which he despises, and which has changed so much from the late 90s when they first came on the scene? Musically, stuck in the 80s. Okay, some of the moments in that video were tongue-in-cheek. I don't think it is musically, and that's the problem you get with Northern Europe, when you get songs that just sound like they're from 1986 and they're topping the charts. It's basically stadium metal. They might throw a few thrash riffs in there. There was not much to cling on to there, was there? It's catchy, but to me, as we said, that could have just been from a 1980s action movie, and that would be the lead single on the soundtrack. And how can you keep a straight face when you listen to that in 2024? Manowar are like, I've got more fucking credibility than that. I appreciate the song structure. The cliches were everywhere, going up an octave towards the end. Good guitar solo, to be fair.
Even when he starts ad-libbing and the rest of them keep singing the chorus, and you knew that was going to come in as well.
Yeah.
Frankenstein's wife. Oh! What the fuck are you doing, mate?
It's like the songwriting school is like, when heavy metal, which we don't really see it as heavy metal now, dominated the world, i.e. Sunset Strip, cock rock, however you want to call it, It was big, wasn't it? It was everywhere.
Sausage fest.
But it's like he's gone to that. It's like, okay, what was the unique ingredient there? I'm just going to use that. Unless that is his style. It's not offering much, is it? Unless you have got that sense of humour like Electric Cowboy, who are clearly taking the piss, or Steel Panther. Where is the value?
Inspiring.
No, where's the value in
inspiring,
going back to an era which, to be honest, was a low point of the heavy metal genre? So I don't understand why you would go back to that and that be the basis of your music. Andy, you said before, if you show people like age 60 or above what's heavy metal, they think it's that, don't they? And then they are shocked when you show.
Close to it already.
And then no, but when you go and show them an Emperor album, they'll be like, "What the fuck?" Or Anil Nathrak. They're going to be terrified, aren't they?
Who?
You must know Anil Nathrak.
Anal what?
Anil Nathrak.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, great band. But,
Shit name.
But there's a big difference in it, and that is just hard rock with keyboards and high reverb drum snares and vocals that are melodramatic.
See,
I could have it on in the background.
I love hard rock.
Yeah, I like hard rock.
Calm. I just can't justify that.
I like hard rock, but that.
If someone was to go, would you put that on your playlist? I'd be like, no. Wouldn't even get my top.
See, I don't mind. I could have it on and be like, okay, it rocks out, but it doesn't do anything, does it?
No.
You just have it on in the background.
It doesn't connect in any shape or way. The riffs aren't big enough to make.
Not loud enough.
See, Dave, you identify as Whitechapel being good at what they do in the deathcore genre, even though you don't like it. You can identify that. I can identify, and you have, that this is not a very good example of hard rock.
Yeah.
So
this
you don't have to be.
This is hard rock phoned in.
Yeah, you don't have to be a fan of a genre to determine whether it's good or not.
If this took longer than 2 hours to write this song, I'd be really disappointed.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough in there. Once you've got that main riff,
it's just not good enough, is it?
It was quite tasty, the first opening riff, but that's not the only thing.
It had potential to do well.
Didn't use it.
But it was just phoned in after that. So, I don't know. Did we fuck off everyone's opinion of us at this point by slagging off Marko? The thing is, he's a great bassist and a great vocalist, just really lacked it on this song. But let us know what you think in the comments down below. Please do like, share and subscribe. We'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.